So folks, welcome back. So the police have besieged the entire headquarters here, and the sheriffs are in front, and we'll go to the process as it is unfolding. So these are the sheriffs, and they're right here. So far there hasn't been any sort of resistance. The sheriffs are knocking on doors, and they're putting those inside out. So the police moving from door to door.
It appears to be very empty, guys. It appears everywhere here is very empty.
So they're moving, checking room by room. So folks, Spoon TV, this is the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change. The police enforcing a court eviction with sheriffs of the court also present. They are checking from door to door. This exercise was announced yesterday by the IG of Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman, after the court handed down a ruling in a property dispute, and they're moving at the back, leaving another team here at the gate. Another team is moving in at the back, and the sheriffs are also present to put Dempster in charge of his property. Yesterday, CDC's chairman, Changa Cole, said the party is going to exhaust all of its appeals and call on his partisans to assemble as they had a planned meeting. So those are sheriffs from the court.
Still knocking.
The sheriffs.
From the officers, they aren't here to arrest anyone.
These are sheriffs from the court. So
What's the matter with you? Keep around, at this particular moment.
So the sheriffs are evicting anybody that is come across. So the sheriff opening that door. So they're putting items out, and it's getting clearer this early morning. No resistance so far experienced by officers of the LMP and sheriffs of the court. It's quite quiet. Earlier this morning, we saw a group of guys who started burning materials, sticks, whatever they could put their hands on to form a firewall just before the main gate of the CDC. I saw the police lining up just opposite the headquarters on the grounds of Lone Star. And then they moved in, called for the fire engine to quench that blaze right before the CDC headquarters. You see police officers are posted just at an entrance upstairs, but they're not making an entry. It is the sheriffs of the court that are moving into the various places and asking people to exit if they're in. And they're not here to arrest, they are just here to have people removed. So I'm hearing a banging on a door, and the sheriff opened that.
The sheriffs have opened another location, and it appears this place is also empty.
So the sheriffs,
they will not go in there. There's nothing in there. Literally, like I keep saying, lots of the shops and the structures have been cleared.
So and two
those
sheriffs
who were occupying them.
enter.
But there you have it. The sheriffs will make their way in there. Behind the headquarters, there's also community.
So the sheriffs are the ones
Entering into the community to ensure the safety of the citizens there also.
So the police providing support to the sheriffs,
Yeah, the sheriff will now put things outside here.
and they are putting things out.
Have been, if you look closely, there's crates, empty crates,
So mattresses
mattresses.
being brought out, coolers, and the rest.
Pulled out by the sheriff.
Everything is being
Another one
tuned.
from this end.
So the sheriffs are breaking these doors.
Right here. There is a back gate that leads into the neighborhood.
So all these places
And the police are trying to.
have been emptied.
The police are trying to remove the back gates here. The entry to the neighborhood, the small town community, if you know this. So let's show you in one of the areas, as you can see here. You only have these tiny, flat-looking mattresses and just a plastic chair. And it looks like now there you have it. The police officers have cracked, or they're still cracking the gate open. And this is the back entry of the neighborhood. This particular entry leads you directly into the small town community here in small town. Goes strictly at the beach.
So gradually the sheriffs are evicting and removing properties and materials from this area. So these are places that have already been emptied. So this year has also been emptied. So this looks like a shop. And room by room, they are progressing and getting people out. So the sheriffs are removing room by room. So this looks like a room. And the sheriffs are removing items. This looks like someone's clothes. And this fella
Stay in his position, yes, if you show the camera closely.
So these are all room by room. So you see a door from one end leads to another room.
Here.
So it's a room in room.
And if you look on the wall, you will obviously see campaign flyers. And if you look in there, it looks like also.
So the sheriffs are progressing. They are the ones putting things out and supported by the police. So when the police came and announced themselves, they said anybody inside should exit, anybody inside should come out. So this guy apparently said he was asleep and didn't hear the police making that announcement. So he is being handcuffed and taken off the premises here. So when the police arrived, they said, this is the Liberia National Police. If anybody is inside, exit, show yourself and come outside. And this guy said he was asleep and he's being restrained for now. And the police have said that he will later be processed. So this is the exercise ongoing. The sheriff is going to break this door open. Let's see how many tries. 3. Oh. Stuff being thrown out. So after 4 kicks, he cannot make it. So he's requesting for the hammer. So that door is locked with a very big padlock. And the sheriffs are throwing items out.
Clearing the entire facility. Yes.
So this looks like a handcuff patch.
But if you come a little closer, let me show you to the floor. The lighters, bunch of them. There's 2 lighters. There's another one there. There's another one here. Several of them. But of course,
sheriffs are implementing. So the eviction process is on. The court sheriffs, on order of the court, with support from the Liberia National Police, is throwing out properties that are, or belongings that are not supposed to be on these premises.
Of course, we are not throwing stuff out. As it was made clear, residents of this they will not be occupying these premises. So there you have the.
So this person's suitcase is being brought out.
Still throwing luggage out.
Follow me quick. Now follow me. Here. Follow me.
Executing the court order this morning.
Chairman, follow me.
And they've been guided by police officers who have joined them to carry out this particular task this morning.
So we're moving from room to room, portion to portion. And the sheriffs are now moving to the main building.
So basically, they are yet to have access to the main party headquarters right behind us, the main building itself. This one for the police officers, all the sheriffs.
Didn't you hear the police when they came? They were making an announcement. Do you live here? How long have you been living here? Were you aware that the police will be coming to do an eviction to Muya today? When did you expect the eviction?
Okay, you know. Court process.
So what you know so far?
If there's any issue with the late issue or whosoever with the court, now when I see they put if they feed it to anything we want to them, they escape. But me and Lena, I'm not well.
Okay.
They go they put it to me, and I'm well.
So what got you handcuffed now?
That's the law. And then in the area, we call it spider web, my ex-officer.
Oh, okay.
I fall in the spider web. I'm not well.
So you know that since you're an ex-officer, you know this. Are you aware that this is just part of the process, or you feel that?
That's why I read some letter. I thought I say I committed no crime. I fall in the spider web.
Okay.
So if you are released right now, you willing to
No
leave from this area?
crime. Yes.
All right. So he says he's an ex-officer, and he knows that he's not supposed to have been here, but he's not well, and he falls within the spider web or the dragnet, and so he's aware that there's a, so this gate is providing a challenge. This particular gate is providing a challenge, and it seems as if the sheriffs didn't come with the needed tools in anticipation that there would be some iron gates or burglar bars and the rest that they would need to break through to carry out this eviction process. So the police officers are just watching and providing support, and it is getting clearer by the minute. This started at dawn. It is still the breaking of dawn, and the officers have since been on the compound of the CDC for a while now. They provided a protective cocoon for the sheriffs from the court, and you can see the sheriffs are the ones wearing the khaki-ish uniform, and
the CDC
they
has been
are speaking.
for decades, and this is it
So that
right here.
fella is being taken away. I think that's another person. Another person has been brought by the officers. So now making 2 of the number of individuals that have been caught here on the premises of the CDC.
2 individuals who have been basically
What's happening to you?
So the police removing them from where they are and bringing them further in front. So they are telling them that nothing is going to happen. You shouldn't have been here. So this fellow, Dwyer, says he's a former officer, and he knows he's not supposed to have been here, but the officers of the LNP are escorting them, and the eviction continues. So this area has not been entered because of the iron gate that barricades this place, and I've not seen any sort of power tools in the hands of the sheriffs to be able to cut through doors such as these, and so that place remains unlocked. It remains locked, I should say. So they're still putting out items. If you're just joining us, the eviction process of the CDC is on.
Finally. eviction process is taking place.
Are watching us now.
So this looks like a restaurant. And the latrine is also locked. This latrine, $20 to use the latrine, and $10 if you want to urinate. So the latrine is still locked. And there are a lot of buildings that are still locked here, including the main headquarters and the Vocational Institute. They are still locked, including this building is also still locked. So far, we want to show you all around as the sheriffs move in, door to door, room to room, facility to facility. These officers are all in position. This fellow was left chained here. And you can see now the fire brigade are coming with their axes and so the fire service crew saying they want to turn off the electricity. And the sheriff again attempting to open this place. So this iron gate is providing a barrier against the sheriff's entry into this particular building. So the fire service is now attempting to see if they can open this place. And this place is seriously locked.
Fire and rescue service who are of this operation along with the police. That door is being broken into. So there you have it, folks.
So the fire commander is telling his men that they didn't come to open doors. They came to so he has stopped his men from doing what is not part of their duties and moved to where the breakers are and turn off the electricity, not to provide any sort of hazard to his men as well.
And then the sheriffs are the ones responsible to break into the buildings. It's not their responsibilities. So they are not.
So they are looking for the breaker,
Looking for where there's possible electricity connection.
because according to them, electricity might provide some sort of serious threat to these guys that are carrying out the eviction exercise. So let me just show you around the compound of the CDC. It has been engulfed by officers of the Liberia National Police. You have the sheriffs from the court also enforcing an eviction order by the court. to put Dempster in full possession of his property. So this dispute has been ongoing for years, reaching the Supreme Court, going back to the lower courts upholding its eviction and sending out an eviction notice. The police saying that yes, on today, the 23rd of August, that they were going to enforce the eviction order by and through the courts by providing the courts with the needed support. And the sheriffs, when we arrived here this morning at about 5, we already saw the police gathering, forming a barricade. Remember, the police on yesterday issued a circular that all vehicular traffic will be diverted. If you're coming from Painesville to town, you will use the Catholic Junction side through Old Road and get back along the Totman Boulevard. If you're coming from town towards Painesville, you have to be diverted through Old Road and get back on the Totman Boulevard from Catholic Junction. That is well in place. When we arrived,